Friday early this morning in the area of 17th Avenue and Brown Street, there was an attempted home invasion.
It was a little after 1 a.m. when the individuals tried to get into the house.
So the homeowner took action.
And that's when the homeowner shot them. One of them passed away from the injuries and the other one was taken to the hospital.
The suspect that did not survive is described as a 34-year-old male. The other male suspect is in critical but stable condition. Police add, while piecing together the evidence, tips from the public are always welcome, even if the information may seem insignificant.
We're always looking for more information from the community. Sometimes people overhear something or have information that might be helpful in that investigation, so we encourage anyone who has more information about this to let us know, please.
Marcy Jones, Fox 10 News.
A man walks into his Atlanta home and comes face to face with an intruder. The homeowner goes for his gun and shots are fired. Fox 5's Denise Dillon joins us now from APD headquarters and picks up the story from there. Now, Denise, was that homeowner hurt?
No, not injured, but startled and surprised to find a man inside his home. He told police it all happened so fast he doesn't even know how many shots he fired.
In this neighborhood, I'm not surprised.
There have been a couple of break-ins?
Break-ins, stealing, mostly.
Jimmy Thompson lives on Arthur Street in Southwest Atlanta, right across the street from this home that has been renovated and is now up for sale. Police say this morning the homeowner walked in to check on things and found a stranger inside.
He noticed that the door was open and a man came out of the room yelling and screaming. The homeowner took out his firearm, fired shots because he felt like his life was in danger.
Police say the homeowner fired several shots and the man escaped out the back door. He had been shot in the leg, but it only slowed him down a little. He ran close to a mile away to this home on Cooper Street. He knocked on the door asking for water.
Told him I wasn't going to give him no water. And the little dude walked down the street with him. He was on the phone with 911. So he told me when I went around the house, he told me he got shot.
Police pulled up within minutes. The man was bleeding from his leg. His name, Calvin White. It didn't take long for detectives to figure out White was the same man who had broken into the home on Arthur Street.
We are charging him with criminal trespass.
Jimmy Thompson has lived here 60 years and says nothing surprises him anymore. He says the homeowner did the right thing.
And nobody ain't got no business on that property but the homeowner. That's private property. You know, when he walked in, he was scared. He did the right thing. I'm not surprised he didn't kill him.
In Prince George's County, police are investigating a deadly shooting where the homeowner shot the intruder. This happened at a home in Riverdale Wednesday evening. Officers say 18-year-old Victory Mbang kicked down the front door of the home. The homeowner then shot Mbang, who was armed at the time. Mbang fled the home and he died shortly after being dropped off at a hospital in Lanham. Officials say the break-in was recorded on a home surveillance system and they believe the home was targeted. The homeowner is not facing any charges at this time.
Updating breaking news from Owasso, where police say an 18-year-old shot a burglar breaking into the house, and that burglar turned out to be the shooter's uncle.
News on 6's Megan Farley is live with the latest from police tonight. Megan?
Craig and Lori, police do tell me that at first this teen didn't even realize it was his uncle and that he was just trying to protect himself from whoever he thought was breaking into the home. Now, police say that 30-year-old Zachary Sparkman was trying to break into his father's home where he was not authorized to be. They say just after 11:30, the 18-year-old heard the break-in and ended up shooting Sparkman in the head. Sparkman died at the scene. The teenager is cooperating with investigators at this time, who say they're still in the early stages of putting all the pieces together.
It's a really unfortunate situation. Definitely feel for the family, regardless of what's going on. You know, they're going through a tough time on this. They've just lost a loved one and had another person go through a really traumatic event.
And police tell me that the gun used in the incident was a semi-automatic handgun, and it did belong to the shooter's grandfather, who was also the homeowner. Live in Owasso, Oklahoma's own Megan Farley, News on 6.
One man is dead after police say a homeowner shot an intruder this evening, and police are trying to figure out why the dead man targeted that particular location. ABC4's Rosie Nguyen joins us live from Murray with what neighbors had to say about that house. Rosie?
Rick, Murray police still at the scene of the shooting, trying to figure out why the intruder tried to enter that home. They say they received a call around 6:50 tonight near 5900 South, 400 East. We spoke to neighbors who did not want to go on camera but tell us they've had problems with this particular house before. One of them told us they've called police before to report unusual traffic coming in and out of the house. Here is what police do know.
It appears that an individual made some sort of entry into the residence. At this point, I don't know if it was forced. Either way, it was unwanted entry, and it appears the homeowner confronted that individual and fired shots at him.
Now again, we've been told that the man who has been shot has died from his injuries. The homeowner who shot him has not been arrested. He is cooperating and talking to police. Stay with ABC4 News as we will bring you the latest updates on the air and online. Reporting live in Murray, Rosie Nguyen, ABC4 News.
Mark and Ellen, investigators still on the scene at this hour. Now, we talked with one neighbor off camera who says that his wife encountered a man who she believes was a suspect 20 to 25 minutes before the shooting took place down the street from us here. She says that he was looking at her vehicle here on the corner, that he acted a bit off, possibly mentally ill, but she had no idea that he would be shot and injured shortly after by another homeowner. Investigators work into the night, documenting the scene where several hours earlier, the LA County Sheriff's Department says a homeowner shot an intruder in his home, his 2 children inside the house at the time.
The homeowner saw the person come into the house, warned the person that they had a gun, and the person continued to enter the house. Therefore, the homeowner shot the suspect.
Investigators say the suspect suffered at least 1 gunshot wound to the upper torso.
The suspect was transported to a local hospital regarding his injury.
Deputies first called to the 3600 block of Grayburn Road in unincorporated Pasadena before 3:30 in the afternoon to a different home. A report of a break-in 3 doors down from where the shooting took place. Investigators say a woman was in that home. She was not injured. As for the homeowner who shot the suspect, investigators say he is the legal owner of the gun.
I'm very fortunate that the guy had a weapon in his home to protect his kids right there.
So far, the condition of the suspect is not known. Now, around the same time as the incidents here, San Marino police say that they were responding to a burglary in their city. 1 person was taken into custody. 2 others are still searching for them. But San Marino police say that they will be checking in to see whether the suspect in these cases is connected in any way to a rash of burglaries in their nearby city to see if, in fact, there is any connection.
The day really ending on a much more peaceful note than when it started. Right now, one of the home invasion suspects, the one who lived, is still in the hospital. That, as the man who put him there, the homeowner, has a very strong message for criminals in this area.
If they come in, better come in ready.
It sounds like you were ready for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
This man right here didn't give us his name, but really,
today?
he didn't have to. For now on out, he'll be known as the person who protected his property at all costs.
If they coming back, I don't know.
Tonight we know that one of the men shot most definitely will not be returning after being shot dead. Police say it started as a home invasion early this morning. They tell us 2 men tried breaking into a home along Brown Street. What they did not seem to know at the time and count on was that the home's owner was ready for them. That man fired his gun at 2 of the suspects, hitting them both.
If they come in, better come in ready.
One of those suspects later died at the hospital while the other is still in critical condition. Hours later, when the homeowner returned, our cameras captured him carrying something that appeared to be a gun case and ammunition. Reminders really of a terrible time that this homeowner went through.
And going forward, there are still a lot of unanswered questions here, including if the suspect and the victim knew each other, as well as if it was a random case and if the homeowner will actually be facing any charges given that a man did die here. In North Phoenix tonight, Ryan Sims, Arizona's Family.
Shot and killed an intruder moments after a break-in at his home this morning. KARA 7's Ranji Sinha was on the scene all morning long and since then has learned more about the man behind this deadly confrontation.
Man, you probably should get you a weapon. It's just bad out here.
Dale Meadows says he warned his neighbor to get a gun since crime has always been a problem in this neighborhood.
We've been on the edge a little bit, truthfully. Yeah, we're tired. We're tired. You know, it's exhausting. This whole block, no one rests around here.
The neighbor took the warning seriously. It was early this morning when investigators say a suspect broke in. The 35-year-old resident heard glass breaking and called 911 and was on the phone with dispatchers when he crossed paths with the suspect, shot and killed him.
The call receiver had heard multiple shots had been fired in the house. The resident had reported that the suspect was coming up the stairs. I don't know exactly which direction, but coming up towards him.
At one point, police were looking for additional suspects, but no one was found. It appears only one suspect was involved. Ryan Abbott says the shooting appears justified.
You have every right to protect yourself and your family if you're in fear for your life or your safety. And it appears that's what happened.
Meadows and other neighbors aren't surprised. Abelino Perez Mendoza says suspicious characters are common and someone has broken into his car several times.
I'm scared right here too. I want to put some camera because I have my family.
To some, a resident shooting a home invader seemed inevitable.
Everyone's had something took over here. Seriously, we have several cars taken. It's a regularly ongoing thing. It's not just today. This has been going on for, I've been here 6 years.
I did knock on the door and speak to someone in the house who said the resident was really shaken by this incident, especially since he has a family and wonders what would have happened if they had been home at the time. Authorities did say no one else was hurt in this incident. In White Center, Ranjit Sinha, Cairo 7 News.